So first of all, I think it's very important to understand that a crisis always includes two phases. That phase, that means destruction, and good phase, optimistic phase, including opportunities to transformation. If you look at, for example, digitalization, we have taken very fast steps and long steps in a short period of time, and started to use both in business life, but in governmental roles, in private life as well, these modern technological tools in a much more efficient way. There is no way back. I think this is a new normal. We are going to stay here. All in all, I think we are facing huge challenges, huge problems, but we have also substantial new opportunities.
I mean, the sheer magnitude and the impact and the speed at which it has happened has really exposed how unprepared and fragile our institutions and our nations really are. And with this, once in a century black swan event, there's heightened uncertainty. And I believe, the solution, the way forward, or as Esko says, the second phase of transformation, really is to reimagine and rebuild with resilience. And what I mean by that is to take the painful lessons that have emanated from COVID and turn them into effective solutions that we can use to rebuild our lives, our livelihoods, our institutions, and our nations, not only with the resilience to absorb future shocks, but to rebuild a more inclusive economy and society. And so, you asked about digitization, and Esko mentioned it at the beginning. When customers are increasingly buying digitally, employees are working remotely, companies are improving their operations with artificial intelligence, and we may have leapfrogged 5 to 7 years in digital adoption just in the last year. Let's take another example of healthcare. It has changed substantially with biology meeting technology in new ways. And it has really come to life in telehealth and biopharma over the last year. I mean, the COVID-19 genome was sequenced in just a matter of weeks, and the vaccine was rolled out in less than a year. I mean, if you think about it, it's an incredible accomplishment, given that it has often taken a decade to develop and roll out a vaccine. So if these lessons are applied, if we reimagine using these lessons, what impact can be had on other diseases, just think about what a significant role they can play in faster development of treatments. So I, for one, am cautiously optimistic and believe that strong leadership, both from businesses and governments, we can reimagine and rebuild a better world that's more resilient and more inclusive than the past.